Hey there, folks. This is Dave Wood talking to you in my mountainous home out in Costa Rica with, of course, the crazy look in my eye, because today I'm going to teach you something a little bit crazy, and that is the lazy man's way to do SEO. Now, what's SEO? It's search engine optimization. Now, before you get scared and run off into the wilderness saying, oh, God, Dave, I don't want to learn SEO, today what I'm actually going to teach you is really simple. Now, I'm going to warn you in advance. There is some complicated things if you really, really want to learn the Jedi ninjutsu of SEO. Now, what do I mean by lazy SEO, though? I mean SEO that takes like 15 minutes a day. Once you get it, super easy to do, built and integrated right into our system here at Empower Network. If you want to do it with us, which of course, obviously you do, come on, just get in. I'm teasing. But if you want to do it with us, great. If you don't want to do it with us, cool. Don't worry about it. I'm going to teach you the lazy man's guide to SEO. This is going to be very simplified. It will get you more traffic, and you'll make more money and have a better life by doing it. Now, I'm going to assume in teaching this stuff that you have the Empower Network system, and later on in this, I'm actually going to explain why you should be a part of the Empower Network specifically if you are doing SEO, and why it's advantageous to you in your business. All right, and I promise you that even if you look at any of this and say, that sounds complex, it will take you less than 15 minutes a day to do, which is the cool part. All you got to do is set a few things up. All right, so let me explain why I called it lazy man's way to riches. Is because when I got started, SEO definitely was not lazy. It was an all-day consuming task. Number one, because I didn't know how to do it. Number two, I couldn't afford the good tools to do it. Number three, it was because I wasn't operating on a community blogging platform that already had hundreds of thousands of backlinks on the internet. I was trying to build up a site that had zero authority. And this is what I learned. Now, what search engine optimization obviously is going to do, it's to get your stuff to rank in the search engines, all right? Rank in search. What search engines? Well, Google, Bing, things like that, right? Search engines, right? Rank in search. You want, in other words, your post to pop up on the first 10 search results for the keyword that you're targeting. All right. Now, there's a couple of really important things to understand that I'm going to explain quickly. And the reason I'm explaining it quickly is because if you're really serious about this, you want to pick up the 15K formula. It's $250. It's in the members area. And, of course, that's available to all blogging customers, regardless of whether you're affiliate or not. You can pick that up. We've got some very advanced, detailed tutorials that will take you way past the little bit of ninjutsu that I share with you here. And it'll take you into some of the deep-rooted strategies of really what we're doing here and why it works so well. All right? So let me explain lazy man's SEO and what is this concept? Well, I worked about 16 hours a day doing SEO when I first got started. You say, Dave, what were you doing? Well, SEO basically can be boiled down into two areas, what's called on-page optimization, on-page, and what's called off-page, right? Now, off-page optimization is the hard part, right? Because that includes getting links, lots and lots and lots of links. On-page SEO, super easy to do. I'm going to explain to you in 5 minutes how to do it with software that's built into our system. It literally, you don't even have to know what you're doing to do it. It's that easy to do. Off-page SEO, though, you got to get thousands of links to your site, and it really is a pain in the butt. I got an article submitter, and I was rewriting articles and spinning sentences, and then I was submitting them to thousands of article directories, and I had to sit there and manually submit things. Now, the blessing behind what I did was that it worked. In other words, I started showing up in the first 10 search results in the search engines, right? By just getting lots of links to my stuff and targeting a few specific keywords, and I started getting traffic, and my sales stuff was good. So I was getting sales, but here's the key is I was doing the SEO, the on-page, the off-page, the backlinks, and I was doing the selling, and I was making the capture pages, and it was just too much for one person to do. It literally took me all day, 18 hours a day, all right? After a while of doing that, I started making money, and I said, forget this, I'm not doing this anymore. I started paying somebody else to do it. So today I do no backlinking whatsoever. It's all automated. I don't lift a finger to do it. And I encourage you, the second you start making money from your business, that you immediately stop doing any SEO, because it's a $2 an hour, $4 an hour task you can outsource to foreign countries by going and hiring people. It's very cheap to get other people to do it. All right, so I haven't done it in a year and a half, but I still get thousands of links, and most of my SEO that still brings me the most results is completely automated. And anybody, even a grandma, 16-year-old who's never touched a computer, somebody that's never had an iPhone in their entire life, and heck, I don't even still have a cell phone, they can still learn how to do this very effectively in a few minutes. All right. So first, here's what we're going to cover. What we're going to cover is the concepts of each of these things, and then I'm going to show you a daily strategy to work into your habit, and then I'm going to give you, of course, a call to action and where you can go and get some additional resources to kind of take this to a whole new level. All right? So there's two things that you need to do: on-page optimization and off-page optimization. Now, here's what you want to do. When you buy the Empower Network membership, we have a plugin that's installed and configured for you. It's called SEO Presser. And basically what SEO Presser does is it gives you a percentage score of how good your on-page SEO is. I don't even need to explain SEO for you. Here's how you get SEO Presser to work. Now, we actually have tutorials of this in the back office. It's super easy to use. But all you do is you're writing a post, and then you hit Save Draft. There's a little button that says Save Draft on it, right? And it's going to give you a percentage score of how good your on-page SEO is. Now, here's the key to make your on-page SEO look good, is you want to target one keyword per article. All right? You say, Dave, what does it mean by a keyword? What a keyword is it's a specific search string. Like if you look in Google, let me explain how Google works. If you search for example, Empower Network Review, right? I'm just going to put R to save time. That is a different search string than Empower Network, right? It's also a different search string than Empower Network Scam, if you added scam at the end of that, all right? It's also a different search string than Empower Network Reviews, plural. It's also a different search string than Empower Network Information, right? And same with every company, every concept. So literally every concept has thousands and thousands and thousands of different kinds of search that people, different kinds of search that people do. It's really important that if you're doing SEO on an article, all right, and I encourage you to do SEO on every article that you write because it takes no time and it'll get you way more traffic over time. And it'll get us all a lot more traffic if we all do it, all right? It's going to get you way more traffic if you target one specific search per article. All right? And here's something that you want to do. Now, this is obviously for new people. So if you're an advanced SEO person, honestly, you might just want to buy our system and go through the advanced stuff. You're going to learn a lot in the 15K for a month formula. I'm speaking to the 99% out there that don't know anything about this, all right, and who think it's too complicated. This is all you've got to do. Number one, learn that you should target one keyword per article. And number two, you should target keywords that people are looking for. You say, well, Dave, how do I know what people are looking for? All you need to do is go into Google and do a search for something called the keyword tool. Just look for the Google keyword tool, right? If you look for this, it'll always be the first result. It's Google's own keyword tool. You don't even need a Google account to use it. And all you've got to do is put the concept and what the words are for what you're writing about or what you're sharing, and it will give you a comprehensive list of everything that everybody's looking for. And you want to pick as your keyword one of the things, all right, that's got a lot of searches to it. Because if you target something, as an example, that gets no searches a month, and Google will just tell you for free what gets searches and what doesn't, why would you target something that gets no searches if you could target something that gets lots of searches? It's like 10 times the money for like no work. Does that make sense to you? And all you've got to do, again, target one keyword per article, get the keyword tool external, and then when you write your article, this is going to be confusing for a lot of you the first time you do it, because you'll think it'll be hard. But then once you do the point and click thing in our members area, you'll be like, holy smokes, it's totally automated. See, we built in an automated system to do your on-page SEO for you. So you don't even have to understand how it works or why it works. All you've got to do is hit Save Draft after you make a post. Now this is what you need to do. Go to the keyword tool external and make your article language about your specific keyword. Specifically what it is. So rather than being Empower Network, if you're writing about our company, write an Empower Network review. Or say why I joined the Empower Network or how to join the Empower Network. Something specific that's searched for in Google. If you're writing about this company. If you're writing about Monavie or Herbalife or Amway or any of these great companies that are out there, make sure to target something that people are looking for. Because if they're looking for it, and they find you and your article is informative, they'll opt in, right? Click on a picture, they'll become part of your tribe, all the social stuff we talked about last time, and you can sell them stuff and make money if they find you in search. And you don't even have to understand search to rank in the search engines. And there's a lot of reasons because of the community posting of our site that works. That's all you've got to do. Now here's the key. You're going to pick a keyword, and then in that plugin, there's a little thing in SEO Presser when you get in the back office, and you'll see exactly how it works. We'll have it in the manual below this video. where all you do is you literally put that keyword that you found with the Google keyword tool, you put that keyword in the upper right, you'll see it right above where you post, you put a little keyword in there. And then when you hit Save Draft, it'll tell you what you need to do in your article to give it a higher on-page optimization score. All right? And all you do is make an adjustment, hit Save Draft again, make another adjustment, hit Save Draft. It'll increase the percentages as you do what it says. You say, what else do I got to do? Nothing. Get the score as high as you possibly can, and anything that you don't understand how to do, there's instructions right there on how to do. It'll take 5 minutes of additional work per post, and that 5 minutes and all its point and click, it will literally quadruple your search traffic if all of us do it together. All right? So that's step one on your daily SEO pattern here at the Empower Network. Now, if you're doing it somewhere else, I can't promise you it's going to be that easy. If you're doing it on a new blog, I can't promise you it's going to be that easy. That's step number one. That's to do your on-page optimization. Remember, what do? You target one keyword. You say, how do I choose a keyword? Well, first of all, you write about what's hot, what's going on, what you're sharing with people. And second of all, you make sure that the keyword is something people are looking for. And third thing you do is you put it in strategic places in your post. That's all you do, right? That's it. All right, so that's step number one. This is, remember, lazy man's SEO. This is if you do every day for a long period of time, you're going to get a dramatic increase in traffic on top of the social traffic you're getting now. All right, so first it's social traffic, and then SEO. SEO will always come later if you do this properly. All right, now, say what else do you do? That's it. The plugin itself, right, SEO Presser, it'll actually walk you through exactly, step by step, what to increase, what to decrease, where to put the words. And you just hit Save Draft again, it increases your score as long as your keyword's in there. You're solid on on-page SEO. Here's the next part that you need to do. Off-page SEO. Now, what's off-page SEO really? Here's the truth. Lots and lots of links, and that's it. There's not a lot more to it. People will try to make off-page SEO complicated. What's off-page SEO? Well, on-page SEO is basically when Google or the search engines comes and finds your site, they need to know what your post is about. Because if they can't figure out what it's about, how can they send people to it, right? That's all you're doing. And off-page SEO is telling Google and other websites, this is where to find my site. So there's a few steps to basic off-page SEO. A few, all right? Some of them are easy, some of them are a little bit more complex. I'm going to go over the easy stuff in this video. Now, if you want the complex stuff, there's a couple of things that you need. Number one, you need to be in the Empower Network and using the blogging system, because even if it's not your primary goal to sell this and you're not using it for that, you can capitalize off of our traffic. Number two thing, you need to buy that $250 product, period, because that product has some of the most advanced SEO stuff. It teaches you how to build what's called link pyramids. I just love the word pyramid, don't you? It teaches you how to build link pyramids in that video, all right? And that video will really break down the science of how to do this in any business for any keywords, and it goes over a lot more strategy I'm going to go over in this video. Okay, so those are the two things I'm going to really recommend for this video, and it recommends some tools and some resources that you can buy as additional resources to what I'm going to teach you now. You ready? So this is essentially what you do. Off-page SEO is, remember, lots and lots of links, people linking to your website. And remember the formula I broke down previously in my earlier videos, is in order for your links to be effective, they want to be powerful links. In other words, if you want your links to be effective, the links also have to have links to them. So it's a multi-level, I'm just going to call it a multi-level link, a MLL, right? I thought you'd think I was funny. All right, so a link, if a link is linked to by another backlink, right, and the more backlinks linked to it as possible, that link is going to have what's called more link juice, and obviously you're going to get more traffic to your post. Why? Because Google is going to look at your post and they're going to say, okay, I know what it's about, but is there anybody else talking about it, right? And then they're going to spire the internet. And the more links they find to your post, the more traffic you're going to get, period. It's just the way that it is. All right, we're going to leave SEO as simple as that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you a couple of strategies to get natural links, and then I'm going to teach you a couple ones to get viral links, and then we're going to leave the rest to the manual that's below the video, but we're also going to leave the rest of it to some key concepts that we're going to teach you in the $15,000 per month formula that you can get for a one-time fee of $250. I actually encourage you to buy that product, even if you have nothing else here, just for those overviews. If you're doing any search engine optimization, it's ultra valuable because I'm not teaching it. The guy I actually have doing SEO on my sites is teaching it. Okay? So it's really valuable stuff. So that's how you get lots of links, and then Google will see that you've got good content It's easy to read. It's easy to see what it's about. You've got good links coming to it that is relevant information and content, and they've got links coming to it, and they'll say, score, and you'll get on the first page as long as there's not too much competition. That's it. So this here really doesn't take any skill, the on-page optimization. This here, to do it really well, it takes some skill, but to get results, no skill. Now you say, what's the no-skill version? Just give me the dummied-down version of how to do this. I'm going to give you 2 strategies in this video that you can apply in your Empower Network posts that are going to get you a dramatic increase in traffic. Now, to understand strategy 1, you have to understand what a pingback and a trackback is, which is something that was actually developed by the WordPress publishing framework. Now, I'm not going to explain too much of what this is, but this is basically the way a trackback works, is when you post, WordPress has an internal system to where if you link to another WordPress site, you'll send a ping out to that site, right? And as long as your post is relevant content, this is one of the first things that bloggers check, smart bloggers, is they go see who's linking to my site. If you have a link that's good content that links to their site, what they're going to do is they're going to prove that it creates an automatic comment on their site. Now, here's what I want you to do, and it's super easy to do, all right, is every post that you create, what you want to do is you want to find a site that has a good amount of traffic, and you want to reference that website. You say, Dave, am I sending links to some random person's website? Yes. You say, why would I want to do that? You want to do that because here's what the truth is. When you start, even with us, we've got a lot of traffic as a central domain and lots of traffic coming to our site, and as a result, you're naturally going to rank faster in their search engine. You're naturally going to have better SEO because Google sees your blog on the site with lots of links coming into it, right? So we already got that authority that you need to rank your stuff. But the reality is your specific site is not going to have any traffic yet when you start because there's going to be nothing on it. So isn't it smart, if you can, to then link to somebody else's site as a reference, a good reference, not spam, all right? You want to link to stuff that is specifically related to your post, whatever your keyword is. And you say, well, how do I find a post? Really easy. Just take your keyword, right, and you want to search for it. You can search for it in quotation marks. In other words, just take the keyword you got from the Google keyword tool. Just pick one keyword per post, remember, right? If you want to write about every keyword, then write multiple posts. So you say, well, you know, writing Empower Network Review is different than writing Is Empower Network a Scam? Is different than writing Empower Network Reviews. They're all different keywords. Does that make sense to you? Okay, so here's what you want to do. You want to do a Google search, and all you do is put your keyword. Let's say you're doing Empower Network Review. I'm just going to put EN Review. You do this in quotes. So I wouldn't capitalize it. You just put it like this, and it's going to give you a list of the top results in the search engines. Here's the benefit. You're going to find all of the posts about that keyword that get any traffic. Now, what you're looking for is you're looking for another post that's on a WordPress blog. Why WordPress? Because WordPress has the automatic ping and trackback system built into its framework. You don't have to do anything. People will get an automatic notification that you link to them if you do this, right? Isn't that cool? And then a leader from another website will see that you link to them, and they'll go, who's this guy that linked to me? Because they want to check you out to make sure that they're not going to post a spam comment on their blog. Does that make sense to you? So they'll go to your website. You might sponsor a leader by doing this. So it's good to reference other people and edify them. You say, let me give you another example of somebody who wrote a great review. And you link to their post. You say, why? Because it gets you traffic, because here's what happens. They approve that comment, and they get a little link that references you underneath all their comments on their blog, and when Google spiders their site, it gets you an automatic backlink. But here's the more important thing. And this is more important, by the way, it's more valuable. If that person has a ton of traffic on their website, let's say their site is getting 3,000 visitors a day or 5,000 visitors a day. Like my blog, for example, gets 5,000 visitors a day. This is outside of Empower Network. This is why we built the system this way, is because it's a proven model, right? So my blog's getting all this traffic. So if a post like mine that gets 1,000 visitors a day on the post has a link to your site, here's what happens is a lot of people who read that post, they'll scroll down, they'll say, what's this? And they'll click your link. You'll get automatic traffic from it. So it's a good thing, and you want to reference no more than 2 or 3 tops, other people's websites, 2 or 3 tops per day, right? And reference other blogs out that's related to the niche. So if you're writing about grooming dog puppies, then put a link to a good post, and yeah, that's going to be giving them link juice. All right, it's going to be giving them link power. But you know what's going to be giving you reciprocal traffic here? This is a give and a take here. All right, this SEO. That's going to be strategy number one. Do it with every post. You say, why? Because you'll get traffic from it. I promise you. I did this. Here's what I remember. There's a girl named Tara. She wrote this video. And I found the video, right? And she didn't even make it. She actually got it off of YouTube. And then I wrote a blog post, and I said, I just found this on this lady's blog. I just wanted to link to her, give her credit. I linked to her blog. But here's the key. She saw that ping back on her WordPress dashboard, because that's one of the first things bloggers check. And she came, and she said, who is this guy? She looked at my site, really liked my stuff. She joined everything I was in, right, and brought a lot of people in as well. Built a long-term relationship with that gal. She's been working with me off and on in different things for a very long time now, all right? It was all because of a danged ping that was automatic. I didn't even need to do anything. All I did was link to her. Most people are just so stuffy with their links. They don't want to link to anybody. Link out 2 or 3 times per post, because other people will automatically link back in, and it's real backlinks. You don't even have to be fake there like most SEO. All right, so that strategy number one is just put a track back. And you say, how do I do that? Really simple, guys. When you're in your WordPress dashboard, all right, there's a little infinity sign that looks like this, right? That means link. And all you do is you copy the URL from the other post. When you're writing, you say, I want to give you another great example of an Empower Network review, all right? And then the Empower Network review, you click on this little link, and then you pop the link in there, right? And it'll automatically embed a link in your post for you, and that ping will automatically go out. And if that person likes your article, they'll link back to you, automatic traffic. Isn't that cool? I think so, right? Everybody gets more link love that way. Now that's strategy number one. Strategy number two is going to be use a site called ping.fm. Now it's ping, P-I-N-G.fm, and it's kind of the same. Now what ping.fm is it's an automatic social tool, okay, that you can take your posts and automatically share them all over the internet, right? Really simple to do, actually. You actually have to go in here. Here's the hard part about Ping FM. It'll automatically share your posts. I think it's like 45 different social sites that are out there that it'll share it for, but it's a free service. You don't have to pay a thing to use it, all right? And here's the thing that it'll do. You go here, you have to go, and you've got to create an account at these social sites, but it's worth it to do once. It'll take you maybe an hour or two. You could go do this as a free assignment, and go see how it works. You see the sites, you just go there, create an account, put your login details in Ping. But then here's what you do. This is going to be the basis for your syndication here at the Empower Network, is something called an RSS feed. You say, Dave, you're using all ping back, track back, RSS feed. Folks, it's 2 words, right? Hold on a second, I got to get, I'll just cough. I don't have any water out here. RSS feed, this is what it is. Essentially, it's a publishing tool that's used all over the internet to update people instantly who want to stay on top of reading your stuff. But also RSS feeds are integrated with the social web in general. So in other words, your Facebook profile, it has RSS feeds. So somebody could actually get, a Google Reader, and they could put your Facebook RSS feed in and keep in touch with everything that you're doing, kind of spy on you a little bit, right? If somebody wants to go to your blog, they can click on the little button. There's actually, if you look at the blogs, it's got the home, vision, all that thing on top. And up at the right, there's that little thing. It's the orange thing. It looks like, kind of like a little box with lines in it. That's the RSS feed. If you click on that, it'll open in a new window. So at Empower Network, it's actually really simple to use your RSS feed. Some places it's hard to find them. Here it's easy, because we want you to be able to use this. It's empowernetwork.com / your username / feed. Now, there's a couple things I'm going to encourage you to do with RSS feeds. All right. Now, this is it. You just go here, empowernetwork.com / username / feed. Just that whole thing, right? You might copy that whole URL when you go to that link, and this is what you're going to put into ping.fm. Now, there's instructions on how to do it there. But all you got to do is set up the social profiles. There's about 45 of them. Take you maybe an hour or two. You can have one of your kids do them, pay them $20 if you got a little money and you don't want them to screw around, right? And then you take your RSS link and just pop it in ping.fm. Now, here's what ping.fm will do, is when you post a blog, it will automatically update all 45 social profiles, all right? So number one, you're going to be getting trackbacks by linking that. And be patient with the trackback process, by the way. It does take some time, all right? People got to look, and they've got to review and approve your comments, right? Not everybody approves them. So if they don't approve them, you can take your little thing off there after a while, right? But number one, do a trackback on each post by linking out to somebody's post. Number two, take your RSS feed, put it in a ping.fm, and let ping.fm do the work for you. This thing is so cool and it's free. I mean, 45 backlinks will be created overnight and instantly. And that's it. You say, Dave, what else do I got to do? That's it. Okay? That's all. That's all you got to do. And there's one more thing that personally I'd encourage you to do. And this is a kind of a little add-on strategy for you, is I encourage you to set up a Facebook page. Super easy. You do it in about 5 minutes, right? You go to Facebook, you go to your pages, you could say, add a page, and bam, you could go do a Google search, and then you could even, you say, Dave, what do I blog about? You could write a blog post about how to set up a Facebook page after you do a search on it. I don't like teaching this stuff because it's just so easy and so technical, and it might change tomorrow, right? Just do a Google search, find a YouTube video, 2 minutes. But on a public Facebook page, they have public RSS feeds. Make your page public, because your notes, you have something on Facebook, it's a Facebook note, okay, where you can actually take your blog posts, just copy and paste and put them in a Facebook note, and they're actually public pages that Google searches. Now, the cool thing about Facebook is it's also a high page rank, in other words, a high authority site. So if you take your posts and you just throw them into a note and you link back, you're going to have another RSS feed. There's actually a little link to it. Now, this is, once again, an advanced strategy. It might take you 2 minutes to find the link. You can take that RSS feed as well and put 2 RSS feeds into ping.fm. So now what you're doing is you're just taking your post, putting it on Facebook, and then taking the RSS feed, putting it at ping.fm, and then you've got 46 backlinks going to your post, and you've also got 46 backlinks going to Facebook backlink. If you do that, and that's it. The manual below the video will walk you through, and if you're seeing this before the manual's there, don't worry about it. We'll put it up here in the next few weeks, right? You will automatically get 5 times the traffic than if you don't do it. Now, here's the key. It'll take a total of an hour or 2 to set all of this up, right? All of it. That's it. How much time does it take after that? Bingo, 0, right? It's going to take you 5 minutes to find another post, right, that you could do a track back to. Remember, you want to do that to a blog, link to a blog. It's going to take you 5 minutes to do your on-page optimization, and your backlinks doesn't take any time, right? Take you another maybe 5 minutes to put the post on Facebook, but really that takes like 10 seconds, right? So it's like an extra 10 minutes a day is like 10 times the traffic. You say, Dave, is that it? That's it. If you do what's in this video, and you get everybody that you refer into the Empower Network to do it, you will make 5 times the money over time. Why? Because here's the power of doing what I just told you we're doing. Because if we can get, here's the key. You guys got to understand this here about masses. Is what I just explained to you is about the most complex you're going to see here, especially in the basic products, basic packages. We've got some advanced strategies too for people that really want to take things to a new level. And they do want to outsource, and they do want to reinvest profits back in their business. And they're making lots of money, and they can afford it, right? But for people in the beginning, it's about as complex as we're going to get. Now, what's the power behind that? Because if you're just doing that, it does produce results. If you do that for a year, and every day you do a post that has some SEO in it, that's a good score, right? Remember, you want to keep it legible and keep it entertaining and fun. You want it to be something somebody's looking for. Because otherwise, there's no point in doing SEO, because if nobody's looking for it, you could rank number 1 for nothing, and ranking number 1 for nothing is still big 0, big nothing. But here's the key. If 10,000 of us do it, 10,000 of us, how many links is that, right? It's 45,000 links per post. Let's say we all do it once a day, 45,000 links a day. What happens when we all exponentially increase the amount of links to this domain? Well, what happens is you get more traffic from everybody else's work, because we all rank easier in the search engines like Facebook does, but rather than being like Facebook, we control all the ad space, right? And you get all the money from all the ad space. It's like we're putting these little Google ads on our site, but rather than putting Google ads, you're just keeping the money. Isn't that cool? Is that fair to you? Right? Cool deal, really. I mean, if I'd ran into something like this when I got on the internet, honestly, I wouldn't have even started the Empower Network. I would have just been in it. I wanted to run it. I'd wanted to be a part of it. Because for me, it's more powerful to be a part of a community. And I wouldn't have to do all this work, right, of making these videos. I'd just be a part of it and sell it, right? I made all my money in the beginning. Let me tell you something here. I made all my money in the beginning, all of it, by selling products I got 20, 25, 30% commissions from. All my money for my first year and a half, and I made it was like 300,000 or 400,000. I don't know the exact number, otherwise I'd quote the exact number. But all my money was from things I got wussy little commissions from, honestly. Just this weak bull crap. And here, had I done that same thing here, my personal income, now this isn't going to other people's stories, because you could do whatever you want, but if I was making then as much off of that stuff as you're making here, that literally would have been 4 times the income. I've actually mapped it down, I've calculated, I've looked at it, and I've said, huh. And it would have been like, rather than 300,000 or 400,000, it actually would have been over $1 million. Because I did millions of dollars in info product sales. I would have made like 1.2, 1.3 million rather than the 300,000 or 400,000. And I wouldn't even had to build it, right? I wouldn't even had to do the trainings. All I would have had to done was do this, which I learned when I was new. You say, Dave, is this worth it? Well, don't be a wussy, just get in. Now, here's the reality. I love saying it. It's like a tagline. We're actually going to try copyright that. But here's the reality, folks, that I really want you to understand, okay, here at Empower, is we want to empower you to get to the top, period, okay? Just period. We want to lift you up and empower you in your business. These are the things that you've got to learn. You just got to learn this basic stuff. Now, this is way easier than what most people are teaching. It's way easier than the stuff we teach in the 15K per month formula. We teach you here, actually, if you buy this course, if you really want to get a lot of SEO traffic and you apply the strategy here, it'll multiply your SEO traffic by about 10 times if you buy that product. Now, this is available for sale right now in the back office in your members area after you've already bought the blogging system, if you're a customer of that. And you go in the back office, you actually see some training tabs. One of them says 15K formula. You just click on it, and you can't see it unless you've bought it. So it'll take you to a credit card payment screen for a one-time payment of $250. And also on that product, if you buy it, if you buy that product, or if you've got a customer of that product that's not an affiliate or whatever it is, you can actually earn 100% commission payouts on that product. So not only can you learn it, but you can also refer it to your team, and you'll have superior retention, you'll have superior SEO, and if your team does this, this is why you want them to do it, because if they quit, that means every post they did, they got 45 backlinks. Let's say over the next year, your team creates 1,000 posts, 45,000 links to those posts, and they all quit. You've got posts with 45,000 backlinks. You know how long it took me to do that manually? It took me, excuse me, I still haven't done it actually. My blog that gets 5,000 visitors a day, folks, I want you to think about something here for a second. It was on a domain I started by myself, right? I've done a total of 215, I think, posts at the time of making this video. 215, that's it. And those 215 posts get me 5,000 visitors a day. Imagine if you had teams doing 1,000 posts, and then they even quit. Now you've got 1,000 posts. Folks, that's 4 times what took me 2.5 years to do personally. 4 times, right? Because I did it more in the beginning. At the beginning, first 90 days, it was every day. And I kind of started spacing out a little bit more, get a little bit lazy. But folks, 4 times the traffic, really like 10 times. Right? Because you're 4 times the traffic, but you could do it literally in a year. You could do it just by referring other people in. And if you do it, you can get them to do it. Right? Because remember, what do you want to do from the last video? You want to create the post, make it interesting, entertaining still. Don't just stuff it with keywords to make it look dumb like a lot of people do that's obviously trying to rank for MLM review or whatever they're doing. Just put them in there with the SEO presser tool. Right? Do what it says. Make your article 500 to 700 words long. Right? Spend a little while on it, or put a video up there, or whatever it is. Right? And then write a little bit of snippet about the video. Let's say you take a Tony Robbins video off of YouTube, and you want to rank for Tony Robbins review or something like that. Take his video, link to his video, edify him, write 500 to 700 words, and use the SEO presser tool, and then run it through here, folks, and you'll get traffic to stuff by doing nothing more than that. Isn't that powerful? And why does it work? It's because we're on an authority domain. Now, when you buy this product, you're going to learn what's called multi-level backlinks, which essentially there's like a pyramid linking structure where what you do is you essentially have a post that you want traffic to get to, so you link to it with core linking structures, right? Now this is easy to explain, it's really hard to do though. And these core linking structures, there'd be 100 or 200 of them, and then what you do is you create thousands of links to the backlinks on those link structures, right? And you can actually do this multiple levels deep, and it's fairly automatic. It'll take you an hour or 2 a day. It is kind of technically complex, though, so we don't advise this for new people. But over the next 6 months, a year, even if you don't want to learn this, you can actually buy this product